Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital spoilers. Scout files for emancipation against Drew. General Hospital spoilers suggest that while Scout Quartermaine, Cosette Abinante, loves her dad, Drew Cameron Matheson, she's getting fed up with being alienated from her brothers and grandmothers. Scout has issued an SOS twice now, figuring out a way to visit the Quartermaine mansion without her father knowing from camp. Will Scout pull the plug on her father's games and attempt to file for emancipation? Scout's only way out. Scout's loved ones are stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. As Drew is the girl's only guardian, and she's so young, what he says goes. Still, Scout has had a tough year with losing her mom, Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, and then moving out of the Quartermaine mansion and away from her brothers, Danny Morgan, Asher Antonazin, and Rocco Falconeri, Finn Carr. On top of that, Drew cut the cord for Scout to see her two grandmothers, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grawn, and Monica Quartermaine, Leslie Charleson, as well as all her aunts and uncles on the Davis and Q side. Scout has noted how much she misses her family, but this has fallen upon deaf ears where Drew's concerned. With Alexis and Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, legal eagles, could the two women come across an idea? Scout's age could play a factor. While Scout was born in February 2017, Alexis recently mentioned the young girl was 12. This is the land of soaps where anything is possible. However, some states in America allow for emancipation as young as 13. Drew is obviously a neglectful father, with Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, constantly on his mind, versus his own daughter, and cutting off all of Scout's family was a way to use his daughter as a pawn in his game rather than keeping her safe. Scout does love her dad, but she doesn't get to see him much, and she misses her extended family. If she is vocal enough, could Alexis and Molly decide to come up with a plan where Scout could cut ties with Drew and choose where she gets to live until she's an adult? Port Charles has weathered mob wars, Cassadine curses, and decades of Quartermaine family feuds. But nothing could prepare Drew Cameron Matheson for the bombshell about to hit him in his own home. In a twist that rocks both the Quartermaine and Corinthos circles, Drew's daughter Scout stuns everyone by filing for emancipation against her father. This bold move not only sets off a legal and emotional firestorm, but also threatens to shatter relationships across the canvas. Here's how this shocking storyline could unfold, and why it promises to change the Quartermaine legacy forever. Scout's breaking point. For months, Scout has been quietly simmering under Drew's constant pressure. His return from prison was supposed to be a fresh start, but instead, Drew has thrown himself back into business ventures, Yelku boardroom drama, and dangerous dealings connected to the mob. While Drew insists everything he does is for Scout's future, she sees things differently. According to spoilers, Scout feels invisible, an afterthought in Drew's life, overshadowed by his loyalty to Nina, his fraught friendship with Carly, and his questionable ties to Jason. The breaking point comes when Drew tries to make yet another decision on Scout's behalf, whether about her schooling, her future career path, or her living arrangements. Scout realizes she's tired of being controlled and ignored. With her Quartermaine blood fueling her defiance, she makes a choice that shocks everyone. She files for emancipation. A Quartermaine family divide. If you thought the Quartermaine mansion was chaotic before, just wait. Scout's move instantly divides the family. Monica Quartermaine, Leslie Charleson, still referenced though seen rarely, supports Scout's independence, remembering her own struggles with Edward's overbearing control. Monica believes Drew is making the same mistakes Edward did, dictating rather than nurturing. Ned and Olivia are caught in the middle. Olivia sympathizes with Scout, remembering her battles raising Leo against Julian Jerome's shadow. But Ned worries about what this public family drama could mean for Yelku's reputation. Brooke Lynn sees Scout's fight as heroic, given her own past clashes with Quartermaine power games. Expect her to be Scout's unexpected ally. And then there's Jason Morgan, Scout's uncle, who may step into a surprising role as mediator. Jason has always let family members make their own choices, even when it tore him apart. Could Scout find in Jason the understanding father figure she's been control? Drew's reaction is explosive. Spoilers tease that Drew feels utterly betrayed, not only by Scout but by the family members siding with her. His protective instincts twist into anger, and he lashes out at anyone who dares suggest Scout's decision might hold merit. For Drew, Scout's emancipation isn't just about independence, it's a rejection of him as a father. Given all the trauma he's endured, memory rewrites, prison time, loss of Sam, betrayal by allies, Drew sees Scout's legal move as the ultimate wound. But the more he pushes, the more he risks proving Scout's case. That he's controlling, reckless, and unfit to make decisions for her. Enter Alexis Davis, the legal wild card. Of course, no Emancipation storyline is complete without a courtroom battle, and who better to represent Scout than Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn? The irony is delicious. Alexis once fought tooth and nail for custody of her own daughters, and now she may be the one helping Scout break free from Drew. Alexis understands firsthand what it's like to be a daughter overshadowed by powerful family dynamics. She listens to Scout and validates her feelings in a way Drew hasn't. If Scout retains Alexis, expect Drew to feel blindsided and furious. On the other side, Drew may turn to Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, setting up a classic Alexis versus Diane showdown that will delight longtime fans. Their witty banter, sharp legal arguments, and emotional investment in the case could make this one of GH's most riveting courtroom sagas in years. The Sam factor. No Emancipation storyline involving Scout would be complete without Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco. Sam has tried to co-parent with Drew as best she can, but her loyalty ultimately lies with her daughter. Spoilers hint that Sam might secretly support Scout's decision, recognizing that Drew has been spiraling for months. Yet, Sam also worries about the long-term consequences. What will Emancipation mean for Scout's sense of family, her stability, and her future relationships? Expect heated confrontations between Sam and Drew, with old wounds about their breakup resurfacing. Their once solid foundation as co-parents could collapse under the weight of Scout's legal rebellion. Nina, Carly, and the ripple effect. While this is primarily a Quartermaine saga, don't expect it to stay contained. Nina Reeves and Carly Spencer will inevitably be drawn into the fray. Nina, desperate to prove herself as part of Drew's world, may try to play peacemaker. But Scout could easily see through Nina's attempts, accusing her of manipulating Drew. Carly, meanwhile, won't hold back. She'll likely point out that she's been warning Drew for months about his tunnel vision. If Drew had listened, maybe he wouldn't be losing his daughter now. These women won't just fan the flames, they'll stoke them into an inferno that engulfs nearly everyone in Port Charles. What Scout really wants. The heart of this storyline lies in Scout's true motivation. Is she really seeking legal freedom, or is this a cry for help, a desperate bid to get Drew to finally hear her? Spoilers suggest Scout isn't simply rebelling for the sake of drama. She wants agency over her own life. She wants her voice respected. Most of all, she wants her father to see her as more than just his little girl or Quartermaine heir. Her emancipation case could evolve into one of GH's most emotional arcs in recent memory, shining a spotlight on teen independence, parental overreach, and the way family legacies weigh on the younger generation. A shocking verdict ahead? So, will Scout actually win her case? GH loves to drag out courtroom storylines, and this one is ripe for twists. Perhaps the judge sides with Scout, granting her partial independence, but requiring continued family involvement. Or maybe the case is dropped after Drew finally listens and reconciles with his daughter. Either way, the fallout promises to be explosive. Drew's image as the good guy of Port Charles may never recover. Scout could emerge as the newest strong young heroine on the canvas, carving out her own path. And the Quartermaine family, already fractured, may never be the same. Final thoughts. General Hospital spoilers tease that Scout's emancipation filing against Drew will shake Port Charles to its core. With family loyalties tested, legal fireworks ignited, and deeply buried emotions unearthed, this storyline could become one of GH's most defining arcs of the year. As Scout stands up for herself, Drew must confront the harshest truth of all, that sometimes love means letting go. And in Port Charles, where family is everything, that might be the hardest battle of them all.